could do that. Hey, kindness starts here. This your girl Quill, the one that keeps it real with that trill to give you a thrill. That is beauty filled with looks that can kill. Hey, welcome back to God's Kingdom of Terror show. Stopped in the middle of the second tarot show because I started thinking about this topic. Okay, so I guess it's sitting heavy in the collective. All right. Oh goodness. Um, yeah, and it's like I got sick to my stomach, but not sick to my stomach where I feel like ill, but you know, the idea of this thing forming is even scary. You know, when it forms or things form or this type of thing happens, it's very scary. So yeah, be afraid. Okay, I am fear mongering you. Okay, I don't mind taking the responsibility, accepting the blame for fear mongering your motherfucking ass. Yep, I'm talking to you just like this, and I'm not disrespecting you, but this is how serious it is. All right, it it, it it's in our face. It's becoming something in our face. Sorry, but it had to come out like that. All right, but yeah, I will be responsible for fear mongering you and saying, you know, when you see someone who appears like you, I was gonna say looks like you, but you know, that's how they've been getting away with this shit for a long time. Yeah, see, like stuff coming out like randomly, and I'm trying to be serious about it, but that's how serious it is. See, I'm trying to just stay in seriousness, and seriousness is including this language, this energy. Okay, but that's how they've been able to fool us, because we thinking, you know, one thing, we're looking for one thing and they're doing another, but they're in their plan and integrating into their plan is to make us think this way. It's programming, right? You know, we see it all the time through television and all that type of stuff. But if we take it like we're dealing with our lives, it's a matter of us versus them, you know, not to fight against them. It comes down to choosing us over them, whoever them is. And that's why I didn't say looks, because they've been getting around us looking for someone who looks like us. So once we see someone who looks like us, you know, we think that's the person. But they're using someone who appears like us, our mannerisms, our personality, our, you know, trajectory, what our destiny that was supposed to be promised for us. You see how a lot of people pick up on, you know, if you're in the spiritual community, on destiny swapping. Is natural. Like, you don't have to believe that that's what they're trying to do, you know, to you, or people can do that, or God would let that happen. That is a natural thing that's a natural road or path that they go down, and we're here to stop that. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys some synchronicities to get more into, you know, identifying who you are, who they are, what to look out for, and stuff like that. Names and stuff, you know, because a lot of people appear on this platform alone, appearing to be me. So be careful. Even people, content creators, they say like don't get tricked by scammers and stuff like that, trying to be me and stuff like that. Because now they know that is our strategy, to tell our collective, watch out for this. I'm not scared to say appear. I'm not scared to even give you the answer, because these appearances could come in different ways. So maybe they would just stop completely. That's the goal. We don't haphazardly do stuff. We don't cut corners over here. We exterminate. We are terminators. That's the case. Resilient. Yeah, we're resilient. But someone's name could start with R. Murphy, baby. That's also giving me, you know how like back in the day we used to use that word Murphy aloud to say like our clothes is in our butt or someone's clothes is in their butt. It's like, you know, like even a diaper rash could be significant for someone as well. Or, you know, like someone just had a baby, you know, like they're a diaper rash like presented some type of hint for someone, or even gave someone confirmation, you know, like maybe even is telling someone how how much someone cares about their children, you know, or the caregiver, whoever the caregiver is. Some people have babysitters, some people have nannies, some people have, you know, relatives helping take care of the baby as well. Mila, Sandra, I was getting Sandra Bullock, and I was getting that movie The Blind Side as well. See, and then that's, you know, I'm not saying anything bad happened on there or there was alternative motives. Yeah, ulterior, sorry, motives. But you know that. So we see this movie, or people who have seen this movie. So people would think, you know, like, oh, it's good to take in people. Thank you for the first and the second, like, bonus blessings to you. It's good to take in people, you know, on the street, or you know, children are facing this, you know. So that's what we accept while they're in the background doing something totally different. It could be in a similar situation. This is the front. It's like a storefront. I was just fronting. You know I want you, babe. Pharrell, okay. Alicia, too. Tanisha, Houston. Whitney Houston, is that you? Wind, air sign. An air sign is very significant in this energy. Helen, reservation. Ashley, Ashley. Could be significant. Quita, Quita. Someone also could have been abused when they were pregnant. Doo doo. I thought this said door. Something about door. Something about a door. DJ. Go DJ. Now that's my DJ. Cosby. You remember what happened? You know how that happened with him. You know, like it all happened, and then people came back years later. You know, saying the same story. And I said a similar thing about R. Kelly. It's like they rehearsed this shit, or somebody didn't get their way. You know, they didn't get their way, and then they're mad that someone went back on the deal. So now they're trying to expose things, you know? So, like I said, they're putting something in our face while they're doing something behind the scenes. And then so to get us locked in, someone could have a pit bull as well, you know, to get us locked in, you know, that's what they present to us, you know. A beg for question as well. Someone could be a writer, or literature professor or something like that. Something in literature. I haven't used that word in a while. Lark, okay. A singer in reverse. But you could be seeing larks, birds. Someone's name could be Lark. Clark. It all goes without saying. Okay, Mosley, Cosby, Mosby, or something like that too. Betsy. Okay, could be significant. Negotiation. I was getting from this card, it says negative in reverse. Okay, so somebody was bitter about what they got, or what they were able to receive after that. So be careful, you guys. Who else? Pop. Someone's father. Be careful. Someone's father could be trying to replace them as well. Rob them, even steal from them, have stolen from them. Hi TTI. Okay. A rapper could be significant as well, or Nefertiti. Okay, Nefertari. I'm just kidding. Nefertari is the official and original form of Nefertiti, and they stole a lot of things from Nefertiti, but she always found a way to get them back. And the only reason why they were able to steal from Nefertiti, although she was very powerful, is because she wasn't attached to some of this stuff. So, you know, like even to take her story, you know, in the middle of the night, if you don't know, in the middle of the night, she all her children were asleep. Um, her children were asleep, and she was talking to her lover, having a conversation in another room, and she had servants and all this stuff working for her. And then someone came in the middle of the night, like it is now, right now, as I'm recording this. I know I started at 11:44 p.m. So like during this time of night, or you know, maybe even later. But they came in thinking everybody was going to be sleeping. They weren't. It was like a active house, and they were beating up the servants. They robbed the servants of what they had on their person, robbed everywhere the servants were at that time, had them, basically at weapon point, gunpoint, if you want to be more modern, and then so Nefertiti hears all this ruckus. She was speaking to her lover, and they were talking about one of their habits or something like that. It dealt with cigarettes, okay, or it dealt with some type of tobacco, a vice or something like that. Someone also could use some advice as well, but anyway, and so she hears this ruckus, and then they look at each other. He disappears because he's also powerful as well. So he goes to, protective mode, and immediately goes, checks out the stuff. And then Nefertiti just so happens to be running away from the situation, but she ends up stumbling across where all the stuff is happening. And then but she passed by, like a room where she keeps her valuables or collectives, and she grabs a wad of money. and um and she goes to one of the people. This person's name starts with a T and ends with an A. She goes to one of these people, and they were Assyrians, or it was something. I used to know it. Yeah, I used to know it. They were some type of group of people. It started with an A. But she goes to this person's name that starts with a T, it ends with an A, and says, is this what you're looking for? She has the wad of money in her hand, handing it to her. Okay. And the wad of money, although it's small, like it's worth a lot, like these bills are worth a lot. And she basically like, here, is this what y'all looking for? And then the girl snatches it and was like, bitch, this all you got? Because like I said, the wad of money was small, but it had a lot of money. It was worth a lot. She's like, bitch, that's all you got. So someone also is like more concerned with quantity over quality as well. But yeah, so and she's like, she's looking at them like, basically, yeah, but what else do you want? What exactly are you looking for? Like, give me details on what you're looking for. And they ended up capturing Nefertiti. Long story short, they captured Nefertiti, but for informational purposes, like on that show Game of Thrones. What's her name? Melisande? No, it sounds like Melisande, but it's similar to that. She was with that guy Grey Worm, but they captured her, like, and used her as like a translator, interpreter, because not only did she have a lot, she earned a lot, and she was able to secure a lot. And that's why she didn't mind giving it away, because she was like, I could just get more. Is this what y'all want? All right, I could get more. I can make more. Make more as in create the money physically, or I generate the income. But like when she captured this woman, that's her name starts with a T. This woman was getting engaged. Or no, she was engaged already. Like, so I guess they were getting anxious about not being able to afford their life that they wanted and planned for, and they start robbing people, taking shit and stuff like that. But anyway, they it was her wedding day, I want to say, and she got jilted. The the girl, she got jilted. Her groom didn't show up. He got cold feet at the last minute, and Nefertiti and her, they were sitting at a vanity. And I'm sorry I'm being so detailed and I kind of went off track. I feel it, but these small details are important, I guess. But yeah, they were sitting at a vanity. The girl, her name starts with T. I'm gonna say her name is Tiara, okay? Or Tiara. Let's just say Tiara, okay? Her name is Tiara, and she was like, she was crying basically because he left her and stuff like that. And she was like, I really didn't want to do this. She was telling Nefertiti, I didn't really want to do this. I didn't really want to be a part of this. I don't even really care about the money. I don't care about none of that. So someone also could have been convinced by their man spouse to do something they really didn't want to do, and it caused a lot of commotion, and they feel remorseful about it. They also afraid that if they expose the truth, it's going to expose their lie, or how much they are lying, or their business, because they're very protective of their business. And I did a reading about this like 6 months ago that said they lie because your truth exposes their lie, like their truth, or and stuff like that. And so that could be significant for someone as well, if you want to go check it out. But yeah, so something like that is very significant. Someone really is like backpedaling, and like they put me up to this, and I didn't really want this. Like, I really wanted this. Um I was coming in a situation looking for this. Like, some of them were just looking for a mate, like they didn't need someone to supply money or give gifts and stuff and help their life and resources and stuff like that. They just needed a mate. And and then it ended up causing all of this. It's giving me spilt milk, like all this mess and stuff like that. And people are just trying to clean it up. They don't even really know how to clean it up. They don't have the tools to clean it up as well. So that could be significant. Jewel Santana could be significant as well for someone. Shakira, I thought this said Sharika as well. Kira, um, Jeff, beep, beep, beep. She gonna let me beep, 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 beep. She gonna let me beep, 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 beep. Bobby Valentino, Valentine's Day just passed as I'm recording this, okay? Marcus, Marcus. Sometimes I look at that name as Mark ass, okay? Or someone targeted you. See, you've been planted. So somebody is studying you, and they're trying to see who can fit in your place, okay? And we have to kind of question why they want to look for someone to put in our place. Like, what are they like? So if they're occupying this space, what are they utilizing? What are they enjoying? What are the benefits from that? But in the environment, because the environment is very significant for the people who will be replaced as well, if you know what I mean. And that could go as to people being held against their will, um locked up in rooms and stuff like that. I've been getting a lot of those shorts on my timeline about, well, I don't even know the movie name. What is the movie name? The Housemaid, I think. I was gonna say the Roommate, but yeah, the Housemaid, that been coming up. And like, he found a way to lock up both the housemaid and his own wife. So it's something like that. It's like, like the guy wasn't even loyal to neither one of y'all, and somebody finally realizing that, and they don't know how to fix it as well. And then we have, DJ keeps coming out. Taz, Taz has a significant original story. His name was Tasmanian. He's just a person who's capable of being a Taz. Okay. And if you know what a Taz is, I don't even really know what a Taz is, but I feel what a Taz is. But it just seems like someone who has a tendency to fly off the handle, but it's almost like a switch is off. It lies dormant in them a long time, like, because it's only there to protect them, like bugs. Thank you for the third like, and may God bless you just for that. Like, bugs have this integrated poison sometimes, or something integrated, but they don't go around squirting it, because it'll be it will be exhausted. They'll exhaust all their resources. So Taz started off like that, like things lying dormant in him, and then he started being the devil, and that's why he's like related to Tasmanian devil. At first he was just Taz, he was sweet. He don't bother nobody unless somebody bothers him. Even then, he didn't know how to fight back. When he was just Taz, when they attached devil, he realized he has to fight back. Like a lot of us, like, we've been bullied all our life, teased all our lives, picked on, blamed for, accused of things, and then we just learn to fight back. And sometimes just us fighting back offends them more, and they'll make up things in their head like we did something totally wrong when they go tell the next person. So something like that is very significant as well. So it's like, you just stood up for yourself after not standing up for yourself 100 times, and then that one time you were the worst being in the world, you became the devil. See? And that's what happened to Taz. Someone also has to be careful what they're doing to their children, especially, who are easily impressionable, like sponges and stuff like that, because they're allowing that shit to absorb in their body, lie dormant, until they have to activate it. Thank you for the fourth like, and may God bless you just for that. Kara in reverse. It's also was giving me Carrie energy as well. On the movie Carrie, Sorry, I feel like I'm just telling a lot of stories, and hopefully I'm not offending anybody, or like making anybody mad because of it. But anyway, on the movie Carrie, without trying to give it away too much, eventually whatever she did at the end, whatever she did, um, to everybody, that made them hate her. But she had to get to the point where she had to hate them even more, like she had to kind of even overcompensate them, carry that hate, carry. But and that just came up. But anyway, at the end, because she acted out or whatever, when they buried her, they wrote like mean stuff on her tombstone. I forgot what they called her, some type of killer, or I don't know, but or I hope you rot in hell, or they said bad things on her tombstone. But the whole time she was being bullied by kids in school. She started her period because her mom also hated her or was trying to find ways to get rid of her. When she was a baby, her mom drew a knife on her, was about to stab her, and then something happened that broke her attention, broke the bond, broke the spell. Look at that. And but she basically was getting it from her mom, and her mom would punish her when she would say something her mom didn't like, or do something her mom didn't like, be something her mom didn't like, especially when she discovered what she was and what she can do. I'm trying not to give it away, but yeah. And so it's like they don't remember all those times, or no one knew all those times as well, because she also hid it very well, because like I said, she got it from home, so she couldn't go home. And I think when she did go home, and tell her mom about the menstrual cycle thing, her mom found a way to blame her. Y'all probably have even people in y'all life that does that. And so you conceal a lot of things, do like, there's especially women in my life, like some women I don't want to talk to. Like I don't want to talk to, and it's more out of because I love them so much. They're most of the time they're my elders, and because they're stuck in their ways, most of the time they don't want to change, and I've accepted that. But but because I love them so much, and I don't want to end up becoming that devil. I don't want to end up snapping on them and tell them something, and because this whole time they used to me dealing with it a certain type of way, and then they hurt me really bad. They hurt me really badly after that happened. But also these same type of women, they, like if I'm telling them I'm going through something, they find ways, like any part in the story I tell, they find ways I'm wrong. And even if I am wrong, like I don't mind accepting accountability, but sometimes you got to also look at why a person did what they did. They probably wouldn't have did that wrong thing, or that thing you pointed out as wrong. And then we point out the wrong, that stage. We look at that stage and we start looking around that stage, trying to clean up that stage, while they getting away with the shit that really mattered, that really affected us. And it shouldn't be. A lot of women in my life do that. Men do too, but women especially. Okay. And something like that is very significant for y'all. Okay, so a mother could have been trying to take over. Okay, and I tell you guys, like because of what I know about the structure of how families are created, this information came to me. I didn't go looking for it. Okay, someone also could be obsessed like that. Like they go obsessing about un, irrelevant facts. Yeah, irregardless. They say shit like that, but they be, they could spit out to you like random facts, or, like they could try to correct you on something that's like a um well-known lie, or myth, they'll correct you or something on that. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, I got to somebody. I lost my thought. Anyway, Cosmo, the Cosmics. Okay. Knows, like Beyonce knows. Something like that. Oh, so I was saying, thank you for bringing it back to me. But yeah, so I was saying I know about the structure. I didn't go looking for this information, it came to me. But what I do understand, like, and I've been told not to share every single part of this information that I know about this family, or what I know about family structure. The development of family structure is beyond biology, but it's much simpler than biology. But anyway, a piece of it is that, especially when it comes to girls, and it kind of could explain why I'm going through, I go through some of these things with women, because this situation has lived on for a long time. But when it comes to girls, and they coming into the world, most of the time is because that mother is getting ready to go out. Okay. And and then if she's not gonna go out very soon, you probably should look at her. She's probably doing something because she knows this structure. She knows, some of them know it without knowing it. Like I said, this information came to me without me looking for it. And I wanted to, push it away because it didn't seem relevant to me. But it is relevant to, the collective, of course, but it's also relevant to me as well. I just probably don't know it yet. That's where my faith comes in. So if you're wondering why I sound so confident, or what, as a matter of fact, in what I say, that's why. Okay. And then when I'm proven wrong, I go and correct it. And I'm always hesitant to say what I find because I'm afraid I will be proven wrong later. And my proven wrong is only left to misinterpretation, but it's treated like a crime. I will say that again. Anything you prove wrong about me is because I misinterpreted it. Not because I was trying to deliberately deceive you so you can treat it like a crime. Thank you for the 5th like, and may God bless you just for that. Raspberry in reverse. Yeah, we're not playing no more. You ain't aha now. Someone also could be eating raspberry fruits. Okay, that could be a confirmation that this message was true for you, or it will be coming true for you soon. Pates was giving me patsy, okay, decoy and stuff like that. Look at those words, that terminology. Aura, O-R-A, but that's giving me aura, the environment around you, the space around you. Some people are penetrating that space without permission, okay? And then they get mad when you catch them, and then whatever comes with catching them, like they get mad, like you set up a booby trap per se, like you set up a booby trap and then they get caught in it, and it messed up their leg or something like that. They're mad that you set up the booby trap. But I wouldn't have to set up the booby trap if time and time again you didn't prove to me that you're infiltrating my energy without my permission. So no matter what the booby trap was designed for, the fact that you have been caught in it should say something. And we should be paying attention to that. Not what I did. Not what I did to prevent anything. Or what we did. Colony. Someone also could live on the East Coast where the 13 colonies used to be. Charles, okay. Charles and Tiffany. Chucky's Bride, that keeps coming up. Graham. Instagram could be significant, but Graham as well. Mangram. O'Shea. Ice Cube, an actor or a rapper. Someone who used to be a part of a male group could be significant. Lauren. Warren G. Wasn't he with, who was he normally with? Was that Snoop Dogg or Ice Cube? I can't remember, but yeah, something like that is significant. Okay, a Leo in reverse is significant. A distorted ass Leo trying to sit on somebody's throne. Yeshua. I thought this said Yeshua. This says Jesse. Okay. Hi, Jesus. Jesse is also David's dad, okay, who didn't believe in him much. So, see, dads keep coming out. Governor. You can have a dad in politics. Letty, or even, I heard police force or law enforcement, or one of the 3 branches of the government. So, legislative, executive, and it's another one. Sorry. It's that other one. The one you, is that the enforcement? I don't know. Sorry, but it's the 3rd one. But yeah, whatever that one is. Okay, I feel like it's a part of that one. Okay, Shaka Khan, Khan, but even Con. Which one was that? A twin. I did a reading about girl twins, and see, girls keep coming out. Robert Roberto as well. Gregory Harris. Guess I'm not gonna see it. Kane. One Khan. Oh well, I was thinking about Khan. I saw another C word coming past too. Kane, like a sibling. See, sibling. Cain and Bell. Okay, she was just a Bell, and he was jealous of how much attention Abel was getting for her things that she was contributing. Okay, look at that. Didn't I say Destiny? I think it said Destiny. Someone's name could be Destiny as well. Michelle, Voss, Vause, Boss even as well with a B. As a boy, Darrell, Dossie, Dorsey, Horsey, Norsey, Harvey, Herbie, Nima, someone grandma, yeah. Someone's kid that they just had came through as the grandma or something like that, or the grandma died right after someone's daughter was born. That that was an attempt. That was an attempt either from God as protection for you, and your family. There, God is trying to restore glory in, or just create glory from, or them, they're them trying to do something. Like I said, if you see this, you got to check that mom, you got to check that figure, like as well. You like whatever that mother figure is, the grandma or whatever, great grand as well. You got to check if they're doing something, because they're the reason why they're not gone. Because most of the time, if they're still around, it's something wrong. It's something wrong, because they're trying to live on something, and then they're living on with something that God doesn't approve of. And then, look at, if we're using that same logic, look at people who have a lot of girls. Because also, having a girl, even a girl first, says you have some growing up to do. And if you have a boy first, you please God, okay? Or you will please God, and you're gonna thank God for that boy. You're gonna thank God for that gift. If you don't recognize it now, you're gonna thank God for that gift. You're gonna see how valuable that gift is. Okay. And look at how some of the dynamics with mothers and daughters happen. When some of the daughters grow up, they start separating from their mother, go non-contact with them, is because God is moving in that life, because something is disrupting the order. Because even if God's plan was to let this mother stay on earth, or grandmother to stay on earth, they're still doing something, whether it's going to be successful or not, to disrupt what God's trying to do. So in turn, God is turning their face to someone who's listening. And then those are the people or those are the daughters who end up being courageous enough to separate and go non-contact with their mothers. But you don't have to believe me. You'll see it. You're going to see it. And hey, you don't have to give me no credit. I don't care. But, it's happened, and I know a family right now. If this matriarch is not gone, if this matriarch is not gone, they will be able to put this issue to rest easily through that matriarch. Okay, but they got a lot of motherfuckers in their family right now, a lot of girls too. And you know what girls do? They produce, right? And it only gets bigger. So it gets exponentially bigger. So imagine how God is feeling towards things like this. So if it's happening in a family, and people are bold enough to do it to their own family, imagine how easy it is to happen to a stranger, to someone who people think don't love them, who people think don't have support and stuff like that. But y'all better be careful. The people who don't look like they got nobody, they got the most. They got somebody, they got more people than the people who think and believe and see that they got a lot right now physically. Again, like I said, if it's been growing like that, it's because God has been allowing it to grow, and God has been more angry. So imagine how hard these motherfuckers gonna fall when they finally fall. I ain't wishing bad on them. I ain't wishing nothing bad on nobody, okay? They deemed it to be necessary to be bad towards us for their plans to go through. They actively deceptively threw that energy against us. Our shit is just a reaction and prevention. This reading keeps coming up again. I don't know if someone wants to check it out, but like probably a year ago, I said your presence or something was protection. Whatever you brought was protection. I mean, they thought it was protection. They thought it was protection because some people use us as shields and shit like that, and we wouldn't want to if we dared to. And I did a reading about that way after, but before that, like they thought it was protection, but in reality, it was prevention. Yeah, we were preventing them from being recruited or something like that, because once they encounter you, once they interact with you, it's because they already had their claws in you. They just got courageous enough to approach you. So once they recruit you, there's nothing you can do about it. So would you still see God, like I was talking about with the mothers and the daughter relationship? Would you still see God? Would you still listen to God and separate from these motherfuckers? Did a reading not too long ago about that. Y'all should be scared of what we already done. Y'all should. Y'all should be scared of what's to come from God, not the consequences of not obeying they ass. Because you in turn are fucking up God's will, God's plan. And you claim it's God's plan after all and stuff like that. How? Bitch, you ain't in the room meeting us. You ain't in the room in the meeting with us. You don't even know how to execute this motherfucking plan. So why are you repping God's plan? Because you're trying to get a stage for us to look at while you do your shit behind the scenes. What is that character off of The Wiz? And they expose him at the end and he's a little bitty ass piece of shit. Okay. You ain't shit. We ain't scared of you. We scared of what can happen, what could continue to happen to hurt us. So we do preventive measures. If it means people get hurt because of they are collateral damage, so be it. You didn't take those necessary precautions when it came to our collateral damage that impacts us. So why should we? Nakia, Nakia. Also get Nokia from that. Someone could have like a burner phone as well. Nanny. Wow. I said that earlier. Gross. Okay. This nanny was being gross. But someone's last name could be gross. And first name could start with a J. Ryan, Troy, RT, TJ, TR. They also could drive a car that has RT in it or LT, GT. I think, those, I think it kind of marks like the sport of it. I don't know if it's a sport car or not. They could drive a sports car. This young nigga that drives a sports car, they probably just got a Charger. Okay. They got off of one of them lots that want to take that shit back as soon as you miss one payment. Zora, Zora, Lola, Nori, Dory, Nore, or Ri. I was getting that song by Nori, Nore, Daddy Yankee, Nina Sky, I think. Son yo mi canto. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Boricua, Borera, Dominicano, Omoniano, Boricua, Borera, Cubano, o Mexicano, o te encanto. Okay. ¿Qué? You know where they go. So like that. Yeah. And then we got Bonner here. That's also giving me bonds. Okay. Someone also promised to bail someone out of jail as well. Meemaw, I thought that said mermaid. Okay. It could have been a water sign or someone they think is a mermaid, loon. I thought that said loot. Okay. That movie Hoes could be significant, or is some hoes in this house. Is some hoes in this house? These hoes ain't taking our spot. Okay. Rainy along. I've been doing this too long, and I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Baby, rainy along. I've been doing this too long, and I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Okay. We saying that about our life too. But somebody could feel like that shaft. Ooh. And like, what about this length? About this length? About this flow? About this gift? Uh. That's Queen Latifah on Brandy's I Want to Get Down with Yo-Yo MC Light as well. Okay. Yeah, but that movie Shaft could be significant. Movies keep coming out. Aaliyah, and I look at her name as a little girl, and it's spelled just like Aaliyah. Okay, the singer, Aliyyah. Okay, it is the Liyah. It is the Liyah. It's Friday and I'm ready to swing. Pick up my girls and hit the party sing tonight. Oh, it's alright. Get this funky mellow and get you in the mood. 'Cause you know it's alright. Music grooving, keep on moving, don't stop moving. Let me see you go back, forth and forth. I wanna see you go, baby, back and forth. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, so a little girl could be significant. See, I was talking about girls a lot. But and then I was also getting like a dad and a son relationship where it seems like, like I'm trying to not sound offensive, but whatever. The dad's always gay, and he's gay with someone. Someone always cheats on him, It's like it's a running dynamic. And it's fucking with the son because these people who keep fucking with his mind got him, trying to grab on to authority every which way. What is it called? Overcompensate. Like he's trying to overcompensate, right? So I'm not condoning nobody's behavior, all right? But we're laying it all on the line, all right? Because there's some little sneakiness inside, all right? But it's messing with their relationship, or it has messed with their relationship as well. They could also, like subconsciously be thinking, like you're trying to take my place as my son, or, and stuff like that. Or the son could be thinking, you're trying to get rid of me because you think I'm trying to take your place as well. Like sometimes you'll be aware of it and then the parent won't. Okay. I also did a reading about, mothers and daughters, like these mothers, afraid that you're going to sleep with their person or something like that, and so that's why some of the relationships be distorted. Someone also could be a Scorpio woman who always has problems with like father figures or men figure being authority. But when it comes to, like them being in relationships, with this person, they lose all that authority or something like that. So it's like, it's giving me that dynamic that I was just talking about with the father and the son, but it's happening with the daughter as she become older and moves away. But she could be still attached to her dad or something, but this dad don't have to be living as well. Or it could have been a daddy's girl. Share the care, meet them there, let them know you care for them. I did a reading about that. That's a Leah song again. More than a woman, more than a woman, I swear I've been. More than a woman, more than a love for you. I'll be more, more. I'm gonna be more. I don't think you're ready. Think you're ready for this day, this day. You ready for this day? Oh, no, no. Ready for this day, this day. Oh. Cast down treasures, no scale can measure. Secret treasures, it keeps on getting better. Do you wanna ride with me? Be holding your hand. We can be like Bonnie and Clyde, be by your side. And someone could also be a karmic couple trying to take over another couple's life, okay? Knows, okay? Knows. But Beyonce, I was singing her song earlier too, Ring the Alarm, Burns. Knows came out for her too. Burns. Mr. Burns could be significant. Thank you for writing down on me with laughter. Who can fill this empty space with laughter? Who can I run to when I need love? Wow. Escape. Okay, see, you got to get out of there. Be very afraid. Okay, this is the time fear is serves you well. Okay, listen to is your intuition right now. Like it's taking over your intuition. It's taking over your emotional system. That movie Inside Out could be significant as well. Let him take over, okay? Let her take over. Let fear take over when it comes to this type of stuff, because they not they get so desperate. It got to be out there. So we might as well see the shit how it's out there and pick the shit up, okay? Pick your chin up, okay? Stand up straight. Probably can't stand my ass anyway, all right? Anyway, but Black, 6LACK, okay? A male rapper, melanated rapper, Riley. Ain't that in North Carolina? Okay. Yeah, that's on wasn't that in the 13 colonies? Leah, Liyah. Okay. Someone's name could just be that without being a nickname. Boss. Okay, boss. Your boss did something. Fallon. Ball. That's also could be a coach getting in as well, like a basketball coach or, athletic coach. Crazy. Luck, I thought it said, but it says Kia. Someone could also drive a Kia. Okay. Poo. In reverse. They shitting on themselves. Okay. Gwen, POTUS. Yeah. I was getting even though I know what this means. But the president of the United States is significant. You see how many attempts they make at his life, and not saying he's innocent or totally innocent of anything, but you just see things playing out. Yeah, like how the Epstein files, things are coming out for the Epstein files and shit like that. Keno, Ivory is also like very important. They will rip the tusk off of elephants, because of how valuable their tusks are, because they're made of ivory. Elephants also have a strong memory as well. They're really big, and they could appear to be really scared of really small things like mice. And see, it's like a necessary fear. Like, I feel like even though it looks irrational, there's a reason why, like, something like that, you could get something big like that in stature and even power, to be afraid of it, is because it sees more than the conscience is able to understand as well. Because I always wonder, and I just recently kind of got this confirmation about elephants being scared of mice, or like if it's a myth or not, or the logic behind it. I'm like, how is that possible? But that's part of it, it's subconscious, and you understand and know more than you actually think you do or let on and stuff like that. And that could also be saying, like, don't get it twisted, like, and like I was talking about, people think you're alone and shit like that. There you go. Jojo, Mars, Aries, Energy, or Scorpio, Lamont. The Scorpio keep coming out. Ria, RIA. Tia, 2. Nia, Maya, Raina, RAINA. Rain down on me. Somebody thought they was gonna rain all this time, okay? They took out big ass motherfuckers, all right? In their families, their own families, okay? Sparks. Yeah, they lit that spark and they made someone pay attention. They made God pay attention. They hid that spark for a long time. But once you try to hide a spark, it won't be a spark. But you need that spark, right? You need that spark. So why destroy it? Because you think you could replace it. Never. Never. I don't care how no one sounds, looks, be, whatever. Can't replace this. And you won't ever be able to live to see. Know that. Can't ever replace this. Dylan. Yeah, the land of the dead. As well as cemetery. Someone could own their own cemetery as well. They did a lot of cemetery magic. Okay. The land of the dead, though. Someone also could like that show Walking Dead as well. Parks in reverse. Okay. Or things are happening at parks. Motherfuckers coming up missing at parks. Burnt up. Okay. Julius Caesar. He's more of a supportive. Or someone burnt Bridget with their support cousin. Someone could use CEUZIN, okay, as cousin when they're texting or something like that, writing it. VIP, okay, or like maybe one of your favorite cousins. You're gonna be surprised. Excuse me. Smith, Josh, Tosh. I thought that said Todd, Doe, Tough Nut. Hey, Tough Nut. And Shoe. Wait, no. Yeah, Tough Nut and Shoe. Tough Nut and Shoe, they're couples, and they were the parents of the original Adam and Eve, Jeb and Nut, okay? And Jeb and Nut, they were living in the garden like Adam and Eve, and all they did was Jeb and Nut. And then Tough Nut and Shoe was like, that's all fine and dandy, but can y'all be more productive with that energy? We want grandbabies, okay? We want grandbabies. Look, this type of structure keeps coming up. Like, we want grandbabies. But during that time, there was no need to, produce a grandbaby in hopes that they bring liberation even to the bloodline, or, keep something going in the bloodline. It's like, if it is going to keep going, it's our legacy. It's the fruit we want to pick from and eat as well. Taxes in reverse. So they did. They tried to do a tax scam with someone. Fu. La 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 la. A music teacher could be significant as well. Nero. I thought that said Neo. Nero. Those initials could be significant separately. Yeah. Cain and Abel. Keeps coming out. Yeah. The Genesis energy. Yeah, Genesis energy. Okay. So, Genesis, and I almost said Genesis. Okay, so at the beginning someone was innocent, okay, and how I was saying, like, there wasn't a need. I say that about even King Ramses and Nefertari. I was speaking about Nefertiti, who is the incarnation of Nefertari, but like I said earlier, Nefertari, that wouldn't have happened to Nefertari if she knew who she was, or if she knew how strong she was. I don't know if I said it. I was thinking it though. But yeah, like, if she knew how strong she was due to who Nefertari was and wanted to produce her as, or, like, she didn't directly have a hand in it, but she did inherently, and, if she knew who she was, they wouldn't have been able to get away or get out alive. They wouldn't have been able to capture her if she knew who she was. as Nefertari. And I look at Nefertari as putting the Ruth in ruthless, okay? She's very ruthless, cutthroat, because she don't like people just coming with the intent to deceive her, playing her face. She nips that shit at the bud, okay? And King Ramses, he was so tired of fucking destruction. He was like, yeah, take me up. He was God in body, Father God in body. Like, take me up, God. All right. I don't want to rule this shit no more. I know I'm powerful. I don't got to kill nobody. I'm telling you to leave. I want to leave this position. I don't got to kill nobody to take their position. And that's how a lot of that shit started. Because someone implemented a rule where only one person can enjoy this. But if all of us are enjoying it, all of us are doing things, making contributions, whether they're negative according to the society or not, to make sure that this continues to go, everybody will eat. No one will have to rob. But that's too much like right, huh? Like with Seth and Osiris. The myth is that Seth got jealous and wanted Osiris' throne, so he killed Osiris. That is a myth, okay? And it's been going on for, that myth has been passed around for a long time, okay? For a long ass time, and it's pissing me the fuck off, okay? Not just that myth. How things could just exist for a fucking long ass time and be wrong as fuck. Because during that time, they had no reason to want to fight people. Seth had his own kingdom to rule and be a part of, and he was with Nephthys. And they even say that about Nephthys, being jealous of Isis. But Nephthys is far from that. She was far from that. There's myths around there that they said Nephthys was looking at what Isis got from her husband and then try to come and seduce her husband or something like that. Somebody tried to seduce one of their sister husbands. Jade, or they thought you did, because that's what they do. Sometimes when they accuse you of something that you wouldn't dare do, is because they would end up doing it. Saturday could be significant. Or watch out on Saturdays, or where you go on Saturdays. Be careful. Reserve reservations. Or your reservations you made Saturday. Okay. Wasn't that Valentine's Day? Yep, there we go. Rio Grande. Someone also could have went on a vacation. That was probably their plan to do something to you then. Try to replace you then. Gilligan, Gullah Island. And I mentioned Epstein earlier. Epstein Island. The Turtle Island. Earth sign could be significant. Lamont. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay, heavy Capricorn. Memento. Yeah, someone's remembering shit. Save on. They save this shit, okay? Or somebody's like, save on, okay? You're gonna need it, okay? Good luck, you're gonna need it, type of shit. Rich in reverse, because you about to be broke, okay? OG, okay? They try to replace the OG, okay? Ooh, shit. Or someone's name could start with O or G. Shanae, Janae, Pranay, Phoenicia, Powell, Princess, Jasmine, Jazz and Taz, or someone could be a jazz musician, but they could also work with Jasmine a lot. The scent, the herb, or something like that. Winans win on, and they won, or something like that, and we still won. Someone you're gonna be able to say, okay, Fallon, FALLON, fall ass, Fall Out Bay, that group, okay, could be significant, or someone's name could be Bay. Donovan, Caravan, join the caravan of love. Talon, when I see Talon, I think of eagles immediately, and I think of Father God, okay? Taking someone up, snatching someone up like Enoch was snatched, okay? How many books are missing in the Bible in general, in addition to the book of Enoch as well? There was a reason. And the same thing he did to Enoch was what I was just talking about, Ramses requested from Goddess Nut, who was changed. And she changes into a cow sometimes. Hathor could be close to you. And I look at her as I had her. So someone's mother, or someone who had you. Even like a, what's it called, IVF or surrogacy, arrangement could have been significant for someone, okay? But you can be seeing eagles as well. Patterson, Peterson, Peter. Peter is a dick, okay? Or Peter is someone's friend as well, or someone's friend is significant. Nicole. Yep. And especially like if they mispronounce your name, like because I remember when I used to work, places where I had to answer the phone, like Pizza Hut. I remember them always thinking my name was Nicola, and further down the line, people also thought my middle name was Nicole. Okay. I'm gonna say it. Okay. I'm not gonna leave the silence up to interpretation. But those are seeds people were planting. Okay. And I'm gonna just say that a lot of the stuff that already came out in this reading, especially on these cards, um, deals with what I was just talking about. And motherfuckers were being in your face, playing. They came up with a whole fucking story, knowing damn well it was a lie. The truth would have set you free. The truth would have gave everybody peace. Someone could have had a parent who isn't their parent. They end up finding out they're not their parent. But you have a hard time believing it, or you will have a hard time believing it, because they gave you a story, a birth story and shit, love story when they met your parent and shit like that. Mary Magdalene could be close to you as well as your angel. She was Jeshua's wife. Hi, Mary Magdalene. She could hang around all the hoes and not be a hoe, but she was being treated like a hoe. Like some of y'all just in groups and they're like, this person gonna go. I know this person don't never do nothing. This person always stay back when they going to do their shit that we know they do already and shit like that. This person always stay back, but we got to make sure we include them so it could look different, like, or so it could look like, so it could look acceptable. How you have innocent bystanders, or you just have witnesses, or somebody does something like really big in a place where they know everybody's going to see them. It's just to get their agenda across. That stage that I was talking about earlier, they give us a certain type of stage while they're doing something behind the scenes. Okay, some of them are building a boat. Okay, sane in reverse. Also was getting temporary insanity as well. That's another ploy or plan that they do, or strategy that they use. Like they claim is temporary insanity. They've been planning this shit all this time as well. Is that what happened on that housemaid movie? Because it's coming back again. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen a lot of the shorts. Might as well had, right? But yeah, something like that. Sade, Sade. Okay, but Sadie's. Okay, so a woman proposed to a man, or this man is being treated how a woman normally is treated. Okay, you could be a man dealing with a narcissist as well, or dealt with one not too long ago. Had to separate from them. Fox in reverse. Yeah, this motherfucker wasn't clever. Judge. Okay, you made judgment, immediate judgment. Tiger in reverse. That's giving me, you ran. You ran. Okay, like normally tigers are known to be fearless, courageous, and stuff like that. And it's like this tiger had to adapt fear and run. Like for its safety, or like it had to look like a whole bitch. Like a whole cat. Like or something like that. Like it's necessary in a situation. Nobody's gonna judge you. Okay, if anything, people gonna dap you up at the end. Okay. Type of shit. Okay. We got Monet. I thought that said Monique too. Okay, Monique, Nikki. I was just talking about Nicole as well, but they'll do that. Like they're planting seeds. All right. Hosanna in reverse, these hoes. Okay, or Anna is a hoe. Okay, or Anna ain't a hoe. All right. Sue, S-U, okay, or somebody gonna sue someone for defamation of character. Rissa, R-Y-S-S-A, okay, but if you spell any type of way. Lisa with a Y. Liza, the show Game of Thrones. The Starks, Catherine, Liza, Littlefinger, Sansa, Arya. But I'm thinking about that immediate thing when he pushed her Yeah, but sorry. Sorry I gave it away. But yeah, so something like that. Callie, someone could be from Cali, but someone's name could be Callie with a K, but Callie Ma, okay? She was birthed particularly for a mission to defeat all of her enemies. Her mom's name was Durga, and she rules weaponry. And I look at her as like she will dog you out. Someone's mother could have also been abusing them, all right? Physically, especially, but just mentally and stuff like that, making it look like someone else was doing it. Porter in reverse. Port is also sending someone off. I was getting as well, and then I was thinking about docks and ports. I mean boats earlier, but docks and ports and stuff to me. I could be significant. Someone also could have sent their children to boarding school or away from school, or they were always putting their children in extracurricular activities so they don't have to deal with them and shit like that. Because you being around them, you being present around them, remind them so much of what they could have been, or they haven't, or they haven't been. All right. Yeah. Pates keeps coming out. Patsy. Yeah. Or a Ponzi scheme. Breezy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Someone on a ad could be significant. That show Glee could be significant. That show House could be significant. But somebody in your house did this, okay? They trying to judge you, okay? Or they did something or said something to a judge. They could have reported a parole thing as well, or lied about it. Reported something being stolen and it wasn't. Angel. Rich in reverse, okay? But this person claimed to be rich and they're not, okay? Or this family thought they were rich and stuff like that. This person could have been traveling all the time, never lived near home. Yeah, somebody just was avoiding a place or avoiding someone coming to a place as well. Dwelle, yeah, they didn't want you to dwell as well, or they feel like you would dwelling on something as well. They could have been insensitive to your feelings, not being empathetic to how you feel. They were laughing. We got Murphy. Now you're not laughing no more. Taylor. Murphy was in the reverse. Taylor Swift. Senior. Even someone's senior prom could be significant. Or someone who died around their senior prom. They were a victim of this. Or their story is being played out right now. Like, people are eating off of who they should have been right now. Okay. Anon. I thought that said Amon. Amon-Ra, is that you? Is that you? Original and official form of Jesus, okay? Like when Amon-Ra was around, okay? There was no need for a sacrifice. We didn't have to prove shit to nobody, okay? Who are you? We're more powerful than you. Yeah, Stara. Star. That could be Star. Aquarius could be significant. Okay. Ra Amun-Shu. A mixture of Father God Ra, Father God Amun-Ra, and Father God Shu. There it goes, right there. Bonita. I knew it was you. Aaron. Arin. Someone's Aaron could be spelled with the A. Thank you for the 6 liking. And may God bless you just for that. Someone also, this Bonita in reverse is giving me, a Hispanic person who had a botched cosmetic surgery, or, they attempted to take over or replace someone and their surgery didn't go well as well. Myra, in reverse, or someone who used to ride for you. Burge, Burge, Berg, Iceberg. I got this icebox where my heart. Nunez. Okay, yeah, the Hispanic people are significant. Katrina. Yeah, a ploy. It was a ploy. Someone was a ploy. And you know what happened in Katrina? Someone could be from Louisiana. We saw all the destruction and stuff like that. We saw like some people were restored, some people weren't. Some things were just lost forever. Some people had to start over. Okay. And a lot of the stuff I was talking about, concepts I was talking about, kind of appeared just in that instance alone. All right. Cyrus. Okay. Osiris, is that you? Yeah, me and Osiris, we just on first name basis. I remember what he did. All right. You may got them fooled. You ain't got me fooled. All right. Anyway, Jackson. And somebody is the Michael Jackson, probably. Burrell. Michael Jackson made the Jackson name, even though he wasn't a Jackson, okay? or he was the main Jackson and everybody else wasn't. Okay. Abraham in reverse, the blessings of Abraham, they thought they was going to get the inheritance and you not. Okay. Someone also did a sacrifice like Abraham was about to do with Isaac. Okay. Or God was testing someone with a sacrifice to see, you know, how much you love God versus what you're going to secure after that sacrifice. So God probably let you go through with the sacrifice deal that you made and stuff like that. But God was going to give you a better gift if you chose right. Like I said in that reading and earlier, you know, you should be scared of what's to come from God. Okay. Or anticipate what to come from God, whether it's good or bad. Nirvana in reverse, you will not have everlasting life. Okay. You will not live peacefully. You will not live in Viva Loca. Okay. Oak in reverse. Okay. So, and also, they're like, yeah, it's big enough. You're justified. God is justifying you for something as well. Up in reverse. So down, especially if you're feeling down. But this could also be projection. People have to put you in this certain energy, so you don't realize who you are. Rise up to who you are. Brandon. Okay. Someone's mother could have been a drunk, or their parent could have been a drunk. Okay. Theta, or drinking while they were pregnant in reverse. Okay. Also got into a lot of like accidents while they were drinking, or people who were drinking, or being in the car when people who were drinking or something like that. Also, they had to probably go to the hospital and get their stomach pumped a lot as well. Okay. Hey. Nichelle. And thank you for, I think that is your like. I'm hoping it is, but you know, thank you for doing that before you got in my chat. All right. Thank you, Smokey. Yeah, Lisa comes out. Lisa, it's your birthday. So something probably try to happen on your birthday, especially if it just passed. Okay. Text in reverse, and you got a text. Okay, or somebody who sent you a text on your birthday is significant. Sadie comes out officially. Ash, the ash tree. A lot of trees keep coming out. Earth sign, a lot of trees, a lot of men as well. Emma, or men in your family could be significant. Matcha in reverse. They bitches. Okay, they end up being bitches, like I was talking about, and them being gay. You know, like I'm not trying to say none of all y'all bitches, but you know, like my mindset go to that. You know, when we're talking about this, it makes sense for me at least. Let's just say that. Okay, I'm not trying to accuse nobody. Lotus in reverse, or somebody tried to, you know, take someone's virginity before they were ready. Lotus flowers don't open up until they're ready. But the lady of the United States could be significant. First lady of a house or something like that, or a place could be significant. The CEO's wife of a corporation could be significant. Markham, or a school. Okay. Mulligan, Mullins, Collins. Okay. Furlan, Vernon, Rats, Tiki. Someone could like Tiki Punch. Okay. Rowan, the show Scandal could be significant. Andy, the movie Toy Story could be significant. Wednesday, the Addams Family could be significant. Yeah, the families and the people, the actors and stuff like that. You know, and they say a lot of conspiracies go on in Hollywood. Look at that. Rad. That's bad, or something like that. Julia, you know I never make a fool of ya. I want to grab you by your waist and put you all over my face. Something like that. I don't know. But that's on that movie. Which one is that? Daddy's Little Girls. Okay. Gabrielle Union. Okay. Sometimes when she comes out, I think of, you know, divine masculine, divine feminine coming into union. Or, you know, a divine feminine who's been waiting on union for a long time is coming for you. Then we got Julia here. It's reminding me of Juliet. Okay, I was going to say that when it came out too. So Romeo and Juliet. Okay, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. Oh, so somebody's somebody in politics right now, or they're going to be in the future with their partner as well. Dominique Lewis, or that's how they met their partner. All right, Pony. Jump on it. Someone also could have got a gift as a pony as a gift, you know, as a distraction. It's a distraction. More than love bombing. It's offensive. Okay, Huge, a capital offense. Is that big pun? Lil mama, okay? My lip gloss is good. My lip gloss is popping. All right. Brooklyn, LaRonda, Treasure, Misty, Minty, Mystic, okay? Trisha, Trina. I'm the baddest bitch. Who's bad? Who's bad? I'm the baddest bitch. Thank you for the 7 like, and may God bless you just for that. Lakum, Lakum, okay? Assalamu alaikum. You could be Muslim, Islamic, or something like that. Nation of Islam, Duke, okay, or someone's really important, okay? He's next up, okay? I just can't wait to be king. Light in reverse, dark, or this dark king as well, or we're taking him out. Security in reverse, okay? So the security guard probably gonna lose their job as well, or this night energy. I was getting a night energy, reckless energy, okay? Losing their job. Justice, yeah, karma in reverse. Justice is in reverse. Okay, Justice, okay, daughter of Jupiter, I want to say, like one of the daughters. Fortuna is, but I feel like Jupiter got another daughter, right? Ain't that Justice? Justine as well could be significant. Christine, Gustine, Gustina, Justina, Basham, Nap, okay, in reverse, a cat nap. That's also giving me hypnosis, okay? Mind control, mind erasing, memory, or something like that. That movie Conspiracy Theory could be significant as well. Lucy, okay? Under the first, okay? Or the first. Women keep coming out. Rusty, okay? Kimura, Derica, choice in reverse. Or didn't make a choice or a decision, Papa. Or this papa didn't make a choice or a decision, or this the reason why this person didn't make a choice or a decision. Million in reverse. This person is gonna lose millions. Yoshi. It's giving me Mario go-kart, or even someone could have lost a car, or you lost a car because of this type of shit. Okay, motherfuckers was planting seeds. Okay, sneaky. I thought the smoke said snake. Okay, so look at that. Even a snail, escargot. Someone could afford that or something like that, or can't. And they were acting like it. Chelsea Handler. Okay, look, Handler's coming out. Perkins. Someone could be a comedian. Thank you for the 8 like, and may God bless you just for that. Okay, Migo in reverse. Someone who used to be a friend, ex-friend could be significant. Ex-friend of a sibling could be significant as well. Celie in reverse, or this will happen. You know, how it happened to Celie in the movie Color Purple. Yeah, Aquarius woman could be significant. But Oprah, Whoopi Goldberg, Oprah, those initials or names could be significant. Thank you for the 9th like, and may God bless you just for that. But yeah, this is what they attempted to do, try to make you be like Celie, or this is what happened, you know, like, and it makes sense of why, you know, you were probably replacing your mother. Okay, it happened naturally, not because someone planned it. Okay, but they could have. I don't know. Melody, okay, Melanie. So his name could be that. Okay, Space, or she could have tried to be your replacement. Durga. Ooh, there go Durga. Newt. Hi, Nets. There she go. I was telling y'all earlier. Ed Sheeran, a man singer to be significant. Or someone who plays a musical instrument. I think of, when I think of him, I think about musical instruments. Like Stevie Wonder, I think about the piano. Kind of Alicia Keys too, but especially Stevie Wonder. But yeah, and like Rick James, I think of the guitar. Ain't it called something like a bass guitar? I don't know. But yeah, Truckee in reverse, Adam Levine, those type of people, those names. Adam was at the beginning, okay, one of the first, man, okay, human, all right. Politicians, Andy, yeah, like the A-N or A-D, okay, after death as well. See, they were trying to resurrect something, or, you know, keep something going after death. Tia comes out officially. Yeah, twin, Tia, Tamara, TT, or someone's TT, Auntie, again, trying to replace them. Diaz, Auntie Diaz, Mount Sinai, kid in reverse. Okay, try to take someone kid. This church try to take someone kid. Erica, Erica, Eureka, Aretha, Fred, Freddie, felon in reverse. Or someone was trying to do this to you because they had a felony on their record, so they were trying to get that removed. Okay, Smokey, something dealing with something that you smoke. It could have been any type of drug, but especially something that you smoke. I even get weed, as well. They could have been a dealer. Sherbert, Herbert, Herbie, Sherby, Shardy, Sherry, Pierce, Perry, Jerryana, Jerry, Keviana. I don't know if I said that earlier, but I saw it earlier. Salamander, Leo, man or woman, could be significant. Tatiana, let's sit down, Tatiana. They try to replace you with Tatiana, okay? And didn't I say, wait, I said Tiara earlier, right? I gave the girl in the story the name Tiara. It was never TD. Saints, okay? Saint. All of you guys are not saints, all right? But you are a saint probably as well, and that's why we're protecting you, or you've been protected. Ileana in reverse, from our harm, all sicknesses. They were trying to make you sick or try to claim you went out because you were always sick. You could have been, someone could have been always sick that was close to you before they died. This is why they were the target, easier target. I thought this said stalker or walker as well. It says Webster. Okay, so thank you for the 10th like, and may God bless you just for that. And I've been saying a lot of like, I thought this said this, but it's this, okay? I don't know if y'all noticed that that's showing you that someone's presenting something in your face and they hoping, like you kind of don't see everything that's wrong with it or identify a flaw. And then so if you moved on from the situation, they assume that they got away with it. But some of you guys are still in that as well. But yeah, someone's trying to play with you in your face, or they do this often in your face. They present something, and then if you point out, be like, hey, that's not what you said. They be like, oh, okay, and then they'll change it, but we're not going to acknowledge the fact that they changed it or tried that, as well. So somebody did something, Mimi, okay? Someone also was being selfish as well, CC, CICIMEME, okay? But it could be spelled anyway. She, okay? These double TT, Tata, JJ, Jaja, okay? Baby's kids. See the kids coming out. Sequoia. And also, because if y'all don't know, well, so I don't know. I don't know if I should share it, honestly. And I hate to do that, bring it up and then be like, I don't want to do that. Because I was just talking about something similar. But to give you a little idea of what a sequoia normally is, your daughter is Cece. Ooh. And you're a woman, huh? And I spoke a lot about mothers and daughters relationship, and they've been sticking out here, and how bad and dangerous something is. Okay. Is your mom still alive? Is your mom still alive? But I'm actually very interested. No. Well, I don't even know. But so I don't know. But you gotta check. Something's going on with your daughter. Let's just say that then. Something's going on with your daughter, or something with your daughter you must address. Let's just say, because earlier I was saying, if you don't understand, or you're wondering why, because I don't know your daughter from a can of paint. I don't know if she's innocent and you're guilty, or you're guilty and she's innocent. I don't know that, but something's going on with your daughter that God wants to bring to your attention. As well. I was telling them earlier, I was sharing with them earlier, most of the time, if girls have been born and then the matriarch is still alive, i.e. the mother, or, the mother of that child is still alive way after as well, you got to kind of check what the mother is doing, because she's probably doing something to extend the bloodline, especially if there's friction. Okay. But, like I said, I don't know you or your daughter, but something needs to be addressed as well. She has her, and she was trying to take her from me. Oh, look at that. Okay, I didn't even read that. I wasn't even looking at what you could say when I was saying what I said, because I wanted to say it all. But there it goes. There it goes. Okay. I'm glad that came up. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And I hope that the situation is addressed however it need be. If God has to come and intervene, so be it. All right. But I'm wishing you the best, or wishing the situation the best. Like I said, I don't know who's at fault. All right. I get all types of people who ends up watching this. The people who are good, people who are bad. So, but people ain't gonna make me out to be a fool again. All right. Not on purpose. Not when I'm aware. Okay. Once I know, I can't unknow, right? Once we go black, we can't go back. I'm just kidding. Muddle. Okay, I thought they said middle too. Okay, Malcolm in the middle. But yeah, the sequoia energy, is that, I want to say, the energy that comes with the sequoia energy is extended family energy. I did a reading like a few months ago that said like the clue is in these names. Some of these names have ruined history. And I don't know how far I went to when Sequoia came out, if it came out, I don't know, but that's what I understand. That's another part of I understand about family structure that I didn't go looking for, honestly, but I was there for it. Anyway, and it's probably true, but but yeah, it's like that extended family energy where, like you would think your lineage existed this way this whole time, but your family was the one that stole everything, and you've been riding on someone else's lineage as well. So someone has a sequoia in their energy, trying to replace them, trying to replace their whole bloodline, act like these people were never there. One of my family names from my mother's side in particularly was Basham, and I understood, and this actually used to be the name on my channel, this channel on YouTube, but that changed too. But they gave us that name, and I took it back, because I don't believe, even if we did do something in the past, I don't believe we deserve that meaning, but we do deserve that type of name. Okay. As it comes to liberating ourselves and defending ourselves. And it's Basham. Okay. And they gave us that name to banish us. They gave our family that name to banish us, to identify us as being banished. Okay. And so they were using that name to identify people that come from our bloodline so they can do us wrong. And eventually over time, because when they continue to attack God's people, and then they don't fall, they see how powerful it is. So they're like, okay, instead of trying to like disassociate with them like completely, we're going to use their name, and we just allowed them to use their own name so that we know when they're coming. We know, yeah, we know when, they're around, and, they gonna see us using their names. And when I looked up, who's using our name actively now, in this present day and time, or, the most recently is white people. I don't have nothing against white people. I really don't. But a lot of white people have displeased me. And not because I'm judging them, because they hurt me. But thank you for the 11 like, and may God bless you. Wow. Just for that. I meant they did. Wow. You go to court Wednesday. Wednesday came out. My aunt is like an evil mom. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Thank you for confirming, that I'm not just getting up here and speaking out my ass. I know this ain't all be all, but this is some of it. This is some of the proof in the pudding. That what I'm saying, is true for somebody. But yeah, so sorry. But sorry if I left off on something and I didn't finish it. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for those. Hopefully that made sense. Let's take a look at how they've been attempting to get at your money, or what's coming for your money, what you can look forward to your money, especially as it comes to inheritance here. I, along with the family I've created, have reached wealth. Yay. Okay. So ultimately, if it didn't happen now, it happened later. Okay. Oh, I was talking about my family's name. Thank you for bringing it up again. But yeah, so But that's what I was even talking about, how they did my family's name, like banishing us, or um saying that name is associated with banishment, it is the stage that everybody will accept. That's that stage that they created for us, or, if you don't know about it, you don't know about it until you see it. So whatever you ended up seeing, is what you're going to take at face value. But if you end up learning about the stage they already made you believe or set up for you, you would think it's okay for them to continue to do what they do, their plan and stuff like that. What were you told? Don't even worry about it. All right. So someone also is trying to control. This is giving me like control you, control your money and stuff like that. Also you could have done something that made someone mad, or excuse me. Someone mad as well. You could have also not paid someone back or something like that. God handling it, or don't even worry about it, or you've been forgiven for a debt and stuff like that. And back in the day, if you owe someone debt, you could be killed for it, that type of shit, like, so earlier I was talking about how serious, these things are. I may come out, rude or, disrespectful, but I'm really not trying to be. I'm just trying to show you the gravity of the situation, and how urgent it is and how serious it could be. Also, the Sirius star system, our Sirius star family, could be around as well. And Isis rules the star of Sirius as well, or she's the ruler of Sirius, queen of heaven energy, and I mentioned all these people earlier. I have enough money to take a vacay anytime I want. Okay. And earlier I was talking about, like, they were trying to get you to go on a trip or something like that, set up. Someone could have planned a vacation to, make you their replacement. Kanika, no, not Kanika, shouldn't, well, her too, but Kanika Jenkins could be one of your angels. But I was trying to say Shaquilla Robertson, when she went on that trip with those girls who really didn't like her, and you could tell how that girl was hitting Shaquilla. They didn't really like her. And then the story they came up with, I don't even know the story that well, but I knew it was bullshit. I just didn't know how. I didn't know how to put it together. I have enough money to pay my own way in reverse. Some of these people, like, just wanted you to come along because they knew you would probably put the money on your card. Yeah. If that energy is here, you were not in the wrong. I saw a short, like, while back, a few months ago, and a girl, she was on there asking, was she wrong? Right? Was she wrong, like, for leaving, like, her friends on this trip, because she had put all the money for the room and the hotel and stuff on her card, and they said they will pay her back when they get there. And then they get there, and then they're stalling on paying her back. They're going shopping in her face and stuff like that. They even go out to eat at dinner, and she leaves them at the dinner table, go pack up her shit in the hotel room, close down the hotel room, and tell them, like, or checks out and tell them, I'm out of there. And there's stuff up in the room, and they gotta come get their stuff downstairs or something like that. And she was wondering, was she wrong? And as soon as she opened her mouth, I was like, no, you're not wrong. I didn't even know all of the story. But the fact that she's up there asking, caring about whether she's going to be wrong because she was trying to protect herself, shows me a lot. And I don't even know the ending of it. People who were in the wrong, they wouldn't even be up here asking us. Think about that. Some people don't even care what they did to hurt you. They won't even ask what they did to hurt you. That's how you know their intentions. That's how you know if you were justified as well. But somebody tried to do that, as well. They also are trying to get you to pay their way out. I said something about a bond earlier as well. They set up these agreements and plans because they got a bond they need to pay off. Okay. But like I said, you need to be scared of what's about to come from God, God's wrath. Not what we could do or can't do. They be like, they ain't gonna do nothing. Or they don't need the money like that. She had enough money. She was able to pay for all of our the whole hotel room. She got enough money. Well, how about she just cared about the whole boat moving? And she didn't mind paying for the whole boat to move. But trust me, if she didn't know you were gonna not pay for the boat, she probably wouldn't have cared. I mean, she probably wouldn't have cared to volunteer to move the boat. Like, oh, well, I guess all of us don't want the boat enough. But they set up that stage to get her to pay. Whether they try to convince her outrightly or not, they set up that stage. And they try to ride on it. They try to ride in it the whole time. And she let their ass out. I am engaging in graceful encounters about money. Okay. For this to even be coming out when we're trying to look into your money, but also look at what they've been doing. It's like, it hasn't been graceful. They've been trying to initially play in your face. Okay. Just said it. And it was in my lap, that card. If I wanted, and I didn't look at it. If I wanted to pay the tab, I can't. And that was behind this card. Okay. Wow. If I wanted to pay the tab, I can. I got it like that. In reverse, they mad. Or someone's thinking they had to humble you because they thought you were showing out and shit like that. Stuff like that. Because they've been studying you too much. They've been watching you too much. Monitoring you too much. So much they think they could be like you. And they did this to God in history. Every representative they sent as God, or God has sent as God, they do that to God. Ogun is the main one. And he's Orisha. And Orishas have killing energy. But you thinking like, oh, I ain't scared of... So someone's thinking like, I ain't scared of death. I ain't scared to die and stuff like that. You think God gonna give you that? God ain't gonna give you that then. Because God wants to declare God's position in your life. They'll learn all this stuff from God, thinking they know it so well, they perfected this craft or whatever thing, got this resource, got enough of this resource, and they try to eliminate God. Like they're doing now, trying to eliminate God's children. God sent God's children down here to show people things, and they think they can learn it so well enough to eliminate them. Like, how we all gonna get more? You think that's where it stops? And you think you about to cut off a faucet that God didn't ordain to be cut off? God didn't already make the decision to cut that shit off? Who the fuck you think you are? Anyway, sorry. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to see. I keep apologizing for that type of stuff. Look at this. But I do not need to settle for anything. Look at that. So somebody could be getting a settlement. I do not need to settle for anything. If what I want is not available, I can pay for the inconvenience or invoke the necessary resources. Yeah, because these bitches wasn't like, yeah, I ain't got it on my debit card, but I could put it on my credit card, girl, because that was real. All right. She paid over like $2,000, I think, if I'm not mistaken, for that trip. Sorry, I'm going back to it. Like no one cared about the ultimate mission. Because one person would have at least paid her back to try to set the example. None of them cared. And that's why I said with Shaquilla, she went out there on that trip and none of them liked her. But they probably did a good job hiding it. They came initially with this thought. And sometimes people who are not aware, they fall victim. That didn't even have to go down. And I think Shaquilla's mom, her name is Salamandra as well. And I saw Salamander earlier. But yeah, see. And they could withstand really hot temperatures and really cold temperatures, if I'm not mistaken. But especially really hot. I have enough money to contribute to my beauty in reverse. They were also probably doing beauty magic. Like I was saying, the cosmetic thing, they botched, someone's surgery was botched as well. Um, it could have been a mother figure. Donda West is coming up. Kanye West mom's, she died under the knife. Okay. I'm not saying she had a plan or Kanye West had a plan existing, but it's coming. Something happened around that. It was foul play somewhere. Whoever's responsible. Okay. So gather up that anger towards the person responsible, not the messenger, not the one looking out for your motherfucking ass. That goes for anybody. But those names and initials, Kanye West and Donda West, could be significant. A Gemini man could be significant. That opportunity I was worried about is taken care of. Yeah, God take care of us. Know that, right? Know that. They better know that. God take care of us. All right. Because no one will ever touch us. All right. And if God lets them touch us, trust me, it's not going to be for long. And then whenever God touches you, it's going to be much worse. Trust me. I have enough wealth to activate my goals. And I read it and I saw it did not say activate. And I kept saying activate. I kept on with the activate. So, but it says achieve. Okay. Activate my goals, activate my gifts as well. I have enough wealth, I have enough access and stuff like that. Or somebody was not entitled to these gifts because it's in reverse. All right. So hopefully this is all making sense. Someone could be getting more than $300 very soon as well, or more than the amount of more than $300 is significant to someone's money or the situation dealing with money. All right, but settled that's for settled to come out. That's including or confirming someone made a deal. Okay, made a deal for a sacrifice. Yeah. We ain't got to sugarcoat it. It was a sacrifice. Did it come true? Are you pleased? Are you pleased? I'm afraid not, huh? Centered. Somebody like it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Okay. Fairy tale. Someone's living a fairy tale or someone's about to start living a fairy tale. Okay. Unity in reverse, or they about to break up with someone. And I was talking about Gabrielle Union coming out earlier, it meaning union, but it's like because someone probably tried to stop this very moment, this profound moment for someone, they're going to break up in their relationships as well. Authentic in reverse, it was fake anyway. Okay, that's giving me that. Breath or breathe. Someone's also a breath of fresh air. Then we got evolve, or it's a breath of fresh air that you chose to evolve, you chose to change. And then we got success. Yeah, you chose success. You chose the path of success. Robert Frost could be one of your angels. I'm getting his poem. I can't remember what it's called, but it talks about choosing between two roads. One is less traveled by, and stuff like that. Blossom. Yeah, you're about to grow. And she's on here on this card. It's a mother or a woman figure giving a younger girl something, a star. Yeah. Starfish also represents sacred geometry, which means union as well. Connection. Mindful. The connection of the mind. We both from the same place. We both have the same mind. We both have the same blood. We both have the same mind. Someone also replaced the whole family, or at least a brother, or sister, maybe a nephew, mother. All right. Someone also thought someone is way better, as a child to them or something like that. So you could have also been a victim of feeling like you weren't as pretty as someone else. You could have had a mother figure, especially, in your face, complimenting, other people more than you. You never heard them compliment you like that. And if they did say anything good about you, it's something that benefited them in the long run. And they never missed a chance to point out your flaws. You can have a big stomach, or you had a problem losing weight in your stomach, which a lot of women do. Also, if you hold on to weight, it's because it's associated with mother problems. Okay. Out of nowhere, you've been skinny all your life or most of your life and shit like that, and you start holding on to weight out of nowhere, check if you got problems with your mother. Every time I'm saying some indicators like this, it's always dealing with a mother figure. I speak to you when you read, okay? I got some readers up in the house. It's some readers in this house, but reading a book as well. But I left it open for including tarot readings as well. I become a fairy or elf. Fairies and elves, they're known as God's helpers. These are channel messages. These could come from anybody you want to hear from, especially someone from the other side who's becoming your angel, passed on loved ones. Okay, all of our ancestors and shit that or people that passed on are not on our side. Okay, they had the opportunity to be on our side and they did not choose to be on our side. Do they deserve lovely OU? Look at this shit. Oh my God, this is on the top. I know y'all heard me shuffle before I said that too. Yes. Anyway, I love it when you write. You are very good. Okay, so we got, didn't I say earlier, yeah, we got some writers? Because it was some language they were using, or, you know, like certain things. Stage hands too, to be significant. Excuse me, forgiveness is key. Okay, so this writer could want to forgive somebody or be encouraged to forgive someone. Sex magic in reverse, or someone who, you know, who didn't adhere to consent. I'm getting as well, you know, like, or adhere to, you know, hearing a no, like knowing what no actually means. A friend has something to do with my death. Okay, this is also giving me, you know, like a friend could have messed with, you know, another friend, significant other, and, you know, this person felt violated. Now these people are like uncomfortable around each other or something like that. This friend could have also been trying to replace, like take their friend's significant other and replace them with someone else, like the whole family as well. Or this man wanted, you know, the mother and the son of another family or something like that, another connection. Your weight is up and down, and you say you got problems with a mother figure. Look at that. I am near you when you work with fire in reverse. Okay. Also, someone could have been, you know, saying, you know, like, you need to stay away from fire, or a fire sign, or you need to stay away from this fire, or stop adding fuel to the fire as well. Or they kept doing it. All right. Love your inner child, especially when it came to a child. Please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. And I look at your inner child as your younger self, because it's been with you the longest as well. You know, someone's running, their younger self is running rampant, having a tantrum. And look at Father Jupiter coming out. I like that. And that's in reverse. Someone's blessing is about to be taken, okay? Or a father try to take someone's inheritance as well. Didn't tell them about their inheritance, especially Jeff, FJ or something like that. Frank, Jeffrey, JC or Jason or something like that. But it says Father Jupiter is here. Wisdom, blessings, and fortune in reverse. Fortuna could be one of your angels as well. Showing up for you. I am part of another galaxy, ancestor, and star systems, especially Sirius, like I was mentioning earlier. Okay, war is coming, but no need to fear. Protection in reverse. See, you should fear, you know, like, or you should, like, it's on Nicki Minaj's song with Rihanna. So Sagittarius and Aquarius could be working together or important, okay, separately. Anyway, she says, see we become alive in a time of fear, and I ain't got no motherfucking time to spare. I cried my eyes out for days upon days. Such a heavy burden placed upon me. But when you go hard, your nays become yays. Yankee Stadium with Jays and Kanye's. And I was just going to say that first part, but I kept going because I remember that song said Kanye. All right. Good. But
about the exam family. Wow, thanks. I'm glad. Thank you for confirming that for me. I appreciate it. I never left you in reverse or somebody's mad. They left you when war came. Okay. They left you when shit got hard. Okay. Left you to fight the war on your own. But this is also giving me a threat from your ancestors, especially God, saying, they should be very scared. You should be very scared of what I'm going to do to you. And I've been emphasizing that all throughout this reading as well. I love your children so much. Nobody better not mess with them in reverse. Someone's children could be losing protection, or God knows how much you value your children. So this could have been that person I was talking about that's saying like, I ain't scared to die, but as soon as God touched their children, is you might as well have killed them, or or they begging for death or something like that, because it's just much worse. Okay, or they're going to be begging for death. Okay, God is going to humble them. I am connecting you to your cosmic twin flame, especially if they were trying to get in the way of this. But yeah, they were trying to replace your twin flame. What's it called? Embody what they think your twin flame is going to be, what you're looking for, and stuff like that. I love the person you are with. Yeah, because this God ordained this connection. God loves this person that you're with or wanting to be connected to if you aren't. Sometimes when I see that card, I also think about the vicinity right now. God loves the person you're with, especially if you're like always around your children, and it just came out with children as well. I love that person you are with. Okay. I love that. I love that child. Okay. Nobody better mess with them. And they said double negatives in that message when I got a channel, and I left it that way. Like, nobody better not mess with them. Like, you better not. You better not. I'm emphasizing that. And nobody, okay? No one gets a pass. Thank you. Said, I love that. I like that. I speak to you through magic. Gaia happily holds you. All right. So this earth sign could speak to you through magic as well. But Gaia or a mother sign, a mother earth sign is significant. Please listen to your intuition. It's on point. And I was comparing fear, or how fear is operating in your intuition right now. Just listen to it. Sometimes we just listen to our intuition, even if we don't know why. Because sometimes I understand why, though. I understand why we ignore that. Because sometimes the intuition don't work hard enough. Okay. I don't believe the intuition be working hard enough, or it don't understand how important their role is, and they just be sitting and kicking their feet up on the job. All right. We make that intuition work. But most of us, because we're not aware of the intuition working, and we damn sure not aware intuition has clocked in and not earning their money and doing a job, okay? We we negate all this part of us. And they plan for that. They hope for that with us. They steady trying to fucking play in our face. What? Wow, I like that. Yeah, God. They were just with God. That's beautiful that your son was able to tell you that. He said my son told me he was watching over me with God when I was a baby, and he was 7 at that time. And I tell people, like, our spirit babies, our children, they were allies way before they came down here to meet us. Okay, they try to become our ally, and stuff like that. And it goes back to the intuition, like I was saying. Like, sometimes we don't even know these children exist. We don't know these type of connections exist, and spirituality. So when these children come down, like knowing certain things and stuff like that, you suppress that. Like, you're so scared. You've been fucking sprinkled with nerves and shit about what people may do to you if you say, like, if you say certain shit like that and stuff like that. And you're now affecting how your child's growing up in the world and how they're going to treat their children. We're tired of that. We're stopping it. Okay. And I thank you guys for who encourage that, who empower your children through that. You're not afraid that they're gonna take your place. It comes out. It's coming out. It's all coming out about you now. I have kind and loving friends. This is actually God speaking to you. encouraging you as well. This was my deck. I used to only read for to God and hear from with God and never shared it with the public. And sometimes I share that part and sometimes I don't, and I think it's very important as well, because someone could probably be hunted with the fear they don't want to share certain things because people are going to take it, people are going to try to take it and kill them for it as well. What's his name? George Washington Carver could be significant. I was also getting Booker T. Washington could be significant. The names and the initials maybe, but you got power animals here. You got kind and loving friends. God wants to remind you, like, you got kind and loving friends. And I was saying that, like, a lot of people pick on us, or a lot of people pick on people who they don't think have anybody by their side, and you should be very afraid of doing that, because if they don't have anybody to the physical eye, imagine how many people they have spiritually. They have way more people than even a motherfucker who judging them for not having anyone would ever imagine having. And the damage they can do and will do will be so much more than their physical damage they could even try to make on the victim. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. Jesus at the center of it all. Yeah, I got two different songs. Is that okay? But we got Jesus, you're the center of my joy, and this is Seneca's energy. Seneca was one of Jesus' children. He had 4 children. He had to hide because you know what happened to him, right? We ain't had time for that once we created our own families. And one of his children, Salome, had to be hidden under the guise that she was Mother Mary's. I was about to say son, but daughter. So something like that could have happened with the son as well, or is trying to happen with the son. Anyway, yeah, so because of what all happened, and and they had to flee as soon as Jesus was crucified and stuff like that. But I look at Seneca's name as sin, nigga. Okay, and finally sin. Like you feel justified, or they feel like you're justified in sinning, act, or hit their ass back, or something like that as well, because Jesus is the center of this all. Jesus is the reason why you feel the need to, because Jesus is coming in to empower you. And when I get Jesus energy, the Knight of Swords be coming out, and I'm feeling that Knight of Swords energy charging through with the truth, okay, or standing in your truth, okay, fighting for your truth, shielding others because of your truth. You may not know what the reward is going to be just yet. But some of these people don't act unless they know and could guarantee there's going to be a reward at the end. And it says, when God is in it, there is no limit. When God is in it, it's not over. This is a song, from a song, New Israel Breed. And I was singing some of my rendition of His Eyes on a Sparrow. And I say, no one will ever touch me, and it says, there is no limit, there is no limit when God is in it. See, I was just saying that, the people who have a lot of physical people in life, are judging people who don't have a lot of people physically in life, or who don't appear to have people physically in life. But there's no limit when it comes to these non-physical people, or this non-physical being, supreme being like God. So God is threatening somebody. There's no limit to where I would go, how far I would go for my child. I give and receive respect in reverse, because this is gravely disrespectful. This is so disrespectful. That's what I'm getting. But this is Nana Baruku energy, and I say she would drown you all. Amen. Okay, all men, or all these men dealing with this Nana, could be significant. Harriet Tubman too, and she carries around the gun. Okay, Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. Okay, she wasn't scared of none either. She didn't come in this world to be no slave, and she wasn't gonna stay one either. Farewell, she said to her friends one night. She was mighty sad to leave them, but she ran away that cold, dark night, ran looking for her freedom. She ran to the woods, she ran through the woods, with the slave catchers right behind her, and she kept on going till she got to the north, where those mean old men couldn't find her. 19 times she went down south to get 300 others. She ran for her freedom 19 times to save black sisters and brothers. Harriet Tubman didn't take no stuff. She wasn't scared of none either. Didn't come in this world to be no slave, and she wasn't gonna stay none, and she didn't stay one either. Okay? And I hardly ever mess up on that song. Well, that poem. That's not my poem. That's someone else's. I think her name is Eloise or Alice or something like that. Those names could be significant or initials. But yeah, they want a guy wants to encourage you and empower you. You ain't scared of none either, or you ain't gonna take no stuff. I didn't bring you in this world as a slave, and you ain't gonna leave this world as one either. Amen. Like I got you. God got you. Yes. I love that. And it says, I love the flower of life. Emphasis on the flow. Just let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. From the movie Frozen. Okay. Someone could have see a sister. That was about siblings and sister. And they were about they dealt with royalty and stuff like that. Their parents went out to sail on a boat and they never came back. And they had to grow up. And Elsa, she was afraid of her power because she ended up hurting her sister when she was really young. So she locked herself away, although she was the next to become queen. Because she was scared of what her power may do. So if she had control over making that decision, imagine, the impact that it has on people who don't have control to make that decision. And they have to make that type of decision. And have to suppress all their power. And she suppressed her power so much, she started, like her room started to look like how she felt on the inside. Even if she deliberately made her room look like that, it started to flow like that as well. So something like that is significant. And I think I'm going to close out with tarot and I'm done. All right. I hope y'all have been enjoying this and it's informative and it's helpful for you, or it will be for you in the future. I appreciate y'all time today. Someone also could be a Sagittarius born between the dates of November 25th and December 18th. Okay, I look at them as the genius of Sagittarius. That's the sign that is ruled by Ouroboros, which is on this card. Okay, that's the snake that wraps around the earth. And once that snake decides to let go, everything ends. Okay. So what is the best solution? To keep the snake happy. And not all snakes are bad, all right? They represent healing, okay? That's why they're able to keep shit together. Keep this world together, all right? Obatala could be close to you, another Orisha energy. I'm a bop that ass, okay? I look at his name like that. I'm a bop that ass. All right, tap that ass. Tyler. What's the name? Okay, what are these? We can get some descriptors. These are lovey though, but let's see. If it describes you, maybe, yeah, well, I know, but if it describes you, that's just more confirmation. But yeah, I wrote this for like finding your partner and stuff like that, or encountering your partner and the characteristics they possess as well. Someone who could think and do for themselves. So I'm getting that could possibly describe a good person in general, more so, but they're trying to bring to your attention is like you're free to think for yourself and do for yourself, but you're able to do that. All right. You don't have to, wait on them. Someone also doesn't want to move until someone else does. Thank you. You do the same. If you're still here, you have a great day too. Loves children a lot. Okay, so this person loves children. This also, or you are a person who loves children. Excuse me. This could also be a house all the children like to go or don't like to go. Okay, a leader. Yeah, this leader is significant. That's coming out all the reading. A singer. Okay, their name could start with an S or an M. They could be a miss. Okay, not a missus, but a miss. Appreciates men or women. Okay. Or even this is like someone's trying to make you feel like you don't give respect as well. Like it just came out. It's like these people don't give respect. They've been disrespectful, but you appreciate people. You appreciate people. You're grateful as well. If this person wasn't grateful for something, ungrateful niggas I don't like, blah, a fuck nigga. That's that shit I don't like. Don't like that one. Kanye West, Chief Keef, Pusha T. I about to say Biggie Smalls, but Pusha T, Big Sean. Yeah, Big Sean, that's why. And Jadakiss. And then we have light skin. Someone's light skin is significant. Or if you're light skin, they trying to replace you. Someone you will have a forever bond that is healthy with. Okay. Yeah, they were trying to bond you for life. Rain down on me, A, rain down on me, A with hearts. I appreciate that. Text you back consistently. Or were you laughing at me? Were you laughing at that song? Or did you like the song? But yeah, someone texts you back consistently in reverse, or someone who doesn't text you back consistently, and they were probably trying to get a rise out of you, to see how much you wanted to be connected to them as well, in good and bad ways, but especially bad ways. Also to, even see, someone could have been trying to track your phone or anything like that. Just know about your whereabouts. They call and ask you what you're doing, who over there, and shit like that. Significant Anunnaki star seed, okay? And they were known to, like, take back the world basically, but take over the world before it was time. They also only visit every now and then as well. I was just reciting that poem, about Harriet Tubman, how and then it says, she kept going back 19 times to the south. She went back to the south 19 times. you know Even someone's not able to visit that much anymore as well, or that could give you more information about who this is or who's trying to replace you. Thank you for the 12th like, and may God bless you just for that if you're still here. Someone who adores you, and they could also act like they adore you as well, or someone you adore as well, was trying to replace you. Year ending in 5, or their birthday. They could be born in a year ending in 5, or you met this person, or that a year ending in 5 is significant to this connection. All right. Open to trying new things in the bedroom. In reverse, this could have been an ex. Their birthday ends in a 5, or they could be born on the 5th day. Okay. Slim build. Someone's name could also be Slim. Someone also could be a bodybuilder as well. North American in reverse. That's giving me like South American, or they could be from the South. Keep bringing that up. Year ending in 3. Okay. Born or a significant date for you guys in this connection. Give you more information. And then we got Islander here. Island keep coming out. Okay. They were trying to ship y'all to the island. Or when you travel to an island, that was the time they attempted something. Okay. Or they tried, and it didn't work. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. No, no, it won't work. Kingdom Spouse, okay, and that's Fred Hammond. His mother is also on the other side, Mildred Hammond. She came to me, like, so if y'all wondering, like, am I like after people's mothers and shit like that? No, they be coming to me. All right. I don't know a lot of people's mothers that are on the other side. Probably even, I probably know, if I do know people's mothers, more of those people I've met in real life. Okay, already. I know their mothers who are on the other side. But, if it comes out as a celebrity, somebody think I just be doing something, and I'm like obsessed with something, and like it's hard for me to be obsessed with things because a lot of the things I've been obsessed with or attracted to have been taken from me. Just so you know, okay? So I try not to get attached. And I also prepare my mind for it to leave very quickly, because it always does. Anyway, has a curvy figure. This person has a curvy figure. I was talking about mother weight, staying on you and shit like that. Whether you're a boy or a girl, especially the girls, or a daughter or whatever, Cancer, especially this Cancer mother. Someone that God will want you to be with in reverse. And earlier I was talking about how God kept convincing these daughters or these children to separate from their mothers because this mother wouldn't stop, or this mother has something planned, and it goes against what God has ordained for this family, has ordained for the daughter or the child, or stuff like that. There it goes. God don't like that. And God has confirmed that God told you to move. All right. God told you to stay away. God did this. Okay. Thank you for the 13th like. And may God bless you just for that. Super tall, over 6 feet. Okay. So this person was trying to, especially if you see someone super tall and then you're super tall and you don't normally see people who's super tall, that is a dead giveaway right there. Okay. Know that. Be on the lookout, please. All right. um, and I'm laughing with you, not at you, because they got us fucked up at this point. Okay, Sphinxy, you around? Okay, I say Sphinxy comes around when motherfuckers got you fucked up. All right, the Sphinx. All right, the speaker, the singer, the secrets. All right, got us fucked up. I got secrets on your ass. Some type of shit. Somebody saying that like I got secrets on your ass to tell. All right, I will tell your secrets. I will. Your secrets won't be safe with me if you keep on fucking with me. I will tell. I will. You can't. Diary with Alicia Keys and Tony. What's his name? The member from Tony could be one of your angels. What's his name? It started with R, right? Or Dwayne? I don't know. Sorry. But him. Okay. Someone with very good karma. So this is why God's not playing with you, because you got very good karma. Or you could have witnessed someone who has very good karma, and that's probably because it was your fucking karma playing out in your face. And they over here fucking eating off that shit. And got a nerve to not even fucking share with you. Usually not your type. Okay, you remember I was talking about the tall thing, or like if you normally don't see tall people around you that much, you're normally the only tall person, and then all of a sudden you see a tall person, or you continue to see tall people around you because they're attempting it. They're trying it. All right, don't believe me though. You don't have to believe me. Just watch. Just watch. And I actually know this for sure to happen. Okay. There was a time where I thought I found my siblings on my dad's side. Okay. And that's how I know, because I thought I found my siblings on my dad's side. That's how I know this was an indicator that this was an attempt on my life, or attempt to replace me. But yeah, I meet one of my sisters, and this is not even the tallest one, but this sister is way taller than me. And I'm used to normally being around people who are way shorter than me. Or not probably way shorter, but most likely shorter. Like, for a fact, shorter. Um, Even the men, they're probably shorter, or they're not that much taller than me as well. And then I meet these motherfuckers that claim that they my sisters, and both of them like 2 feet taller than me, basically. Or maybe 1 foot, I don't know, but way taller than me, and way tall to be girls. Okay. And then I find out, and then get this. Okay. I'm gonna grease your fucking can of oil up a little bit more. All right. We were supposed to go on a cruise trip. All right. I paid for it and everything out of my pocket. She put up the person who wanted us to go on this trip put up money for it, and I paid them back for it. They made sure I paid them back. Okay. Despite anything I had to going on in my life, I had to pay them back for this trip for them. And by the time it came around for me to go on this trip, me and the sibling fell out. And get this. The other sibling didn't pay nothing for the trip. Not one red cent. Like I said, they made sure I cleared the balance for what they put up for me. But this motherfucker didn't even give a deposit.
That trip still went on. I wasn't there. And people were trying to convince me to go. Like, you should go. You paid. All this type of stuff. I don't want to go on no trip. They don't fucking like me. They don't fucking fuck with me. And this was before the time. Shaquilla Robinson didn't even happen. So as soon as Shaquilla Robinson's shit happened, I knew exactly what came from it. Because of what attempted to happen to me. Or what God was trying to show me or stop me and protect me from. Whether I was aware of what it actually was or not. But that gave me more confirmation. That trip still went on. I didn't receive any refund as well. And we all have the same last name. My name is Equilla Clark. The city I live in is called Clark County. So, and now I am just waiting on time. Okay? And I'm tired of tiptoeing around what I may know and may not know, and scared you may find out I'm knowing because you're watching me. Okay? To see if your shit working. Like I said, y'all, they'll set up a stage, a whole fucking stage. It looks innocent. We're just going on a cruise for someone's birthday. And they were 13 and 14 years older than me, y'all. And I mentioned earlier how I had a person in my life, had a whole fucking story made up, birth story and everything. Or for y'all, I guess. But it was for me too. You should fucking look. You should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all all should be ashamed of yourselves. But just keep on living. You ain't got to be scared. You ain't got to be scared of what I'm going to do to you. You ain't got to, all right? God fight my battles, okay? But just know, hi, I'm Quill. Better yet, Equilla Clark. And you got me all the way fucked up. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Who the fuck you talking to? Oh, bitch, you choked up? You lucky I don't want to fight you. I'ma let God get you. I ain't breaking no nails, boo. Ever heard of Jesus? Yeah, that's a cool dude. He ain't always like that. Yeah, you better back or get smacked or slapped or slammed down flat or all the way fucked up. Sometimes I feel the same. Yeah, you know my name. Don't get boxed up and end up looking like a frame all over some punk ass fame. Yeah, never be the same. Yeah, Jesus don't play about me. You know he told me he'll never leave, so believe it or not. You don't wanna get shot. Because when you fuck with me and get a little shady, you might as well have fuck with a baby. All the way fucked up. Don't let it be my baby or even my old lady. Jesus is that dude. He'll really act a fool. I ain't gonna tell you again, back, before you hear, clap, clap. They ain't teach you about space. You must really want a case. You may catch one and beat it. You may get one and bet it. But either way it goes, you ain't gonna live to tell it. Something's really wrong with you when you really just don't get it. I could play a game or two, but when it's bored, I quit it. Go ahead, just forget it. Like I said before, I give it to God and I meant it. All the way, all the way, all the way. Fucked up, you fucked up. You fucked up. You got me all the way, all the way, all the way. Fucked up. Yeah. So somebody got y'all like that. Okay, that's my song, All the Way Fucked Up. Okay, all the way fucked up. In touch with their higher self. Yeah, this person got touched by their higher self. Okay. And sometimes our higher selves will get so pissed off at us. The God in us will get so pissed off at us and leave us. Be like, you don't want me to drive. You don't even want me to sit in the passenger seat. So why am I here? Let me out. Let me out. Or that could also be a sign for someone or a warning for someone. Don't go nowhere in a case where, you know, someone may be able to tell you to get the fuck out. Or keep your composure when someone tell you some shit or talk some shit about you or anybody you love. When someone is driving you somewhere and they could tell you to get the fuck out. So take that as you need to too. Anyway, y'all ain't never replacing this. Never. I don't give a fuck how much motherfuckers say y'all look like me. A Taurus, a Scorpio, a Taurus, and Aries cusp, especially the 22nd, is very significant. Or that's at least what motherfuckers are using these days. 1980, January 28th, or the 28th of any month, especially October, Scorpio season. What else? 77, 57, 58, 97. And if you turn 75 in 2023, whatever year that is. All right, let me close out with tarot. Who wants to do the honors? Who wants to do the honors? I equate tarot to the truth. Okay, past, present, future energy. Who wants to do the honors? Let's Barbie do it. Let Barbie do it. Okay, because none of you bitches are in my lane. Okay. Fucking how much motherfuckers say you look like me? You can never be me. I look like me. All right. And now y'all get it. Well, I don't want motherfuckers to say I look like somebody, or I don't want to be chanted. I want to look like somebody. I'm hitting the lotto in this motherfucker because I care about the whole fucking boat. But because I care about the whole fucking boat, anybody threatened to this whole fucking boat could go too. Cruise to that. Anyway, we got 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Stealing ass bitches. Thieving assholes. Anyway, somebody stole an inheritance. That's what it means if y'all don't know. Knight of Cups, okay? They try to steal it through a proposal, okay? Or they only propose to steal the money. And I was mentioning the movie Frozen. Thank you for the 14 like, and may God bless you just for that. The movie Frozen earlier, and that happened to the other sister, Anna, because she was so giddy. She was just so what's it called? Gullible. She was searching for love so much because people suppressed her. People locked her up. So once she finally got the fucking freedom, the first motherfucker who took interest in her, she fucking was willing to fucking sign over basically her whole fucking inheritance to them. Love is an open door. Love is an open door with you. And that's a song in that movie Frozen. And in there she says, it's funny how we finished. Well, he says we finish each other's, and then he didn't say nothing. While that could have been a deliberate pause to see what she's gonna say to reel her in, or it could have been, he was trying to think of something to say as well, or any other opportunity. But that pointed out to me, that stuck out to me when I first even saw the movie. But just hearing that song as well, like she ended up finishing the sentence with sandwiches, and she said we finished each other's sandwiches. And while that could make sense, like we finish each other's sandwiches, we're so comfortable with one another, we eat off each other's plate and stuff like that. But also it shows how naive she is in just general, and naive means you just don't know. You don't have to take it negatively, but it also could be used as information, data collecting and stuff like that. Like she didn't know, like, even the phrase We finished each other's sentences. You know, she didn't know that phrase. So even if he was trying to deceive her as well, that awareness that she doesn't have um, made her be able, made her continue going down this path, okay? That almost signed over her inheritance. So something like that. Someone's name could be Hodge, or something like that. Hodges, Taja, Taja, Haja, Aja. But yeah, somebody's coming with a proposal as well, though. Wheel of Fortune, yes, your destiny, your divine partner is fated, okay? The Hierophant, this Taurus, okay? I told you Taurus is significant, especially a cuss. Okay, the Magician in reverse, yeah, black magic. This Taurus was doing some bullshit. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, because she's fucking dependent on it. Bitch, dependent on this shit, okay? CO, someone's name could be from someone could be from Colorado or start with COO. Also, correction officer could be significant. Four of Swords, that's your funeral. No, it's your funeral. Four of Swords in reverse, okay? Yeah, she tried it. She really tried it. This Taurus really tried it, okay? Six of Coins, because she needed money. She was desperate. They catch you in desperation. But you're more scared of desperation than what God is going to do? Why should I give a fuck? Why should I give a fuck? I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm very offended for God. Okay. If God is not already, I compensate for that. That space. The Tower in reverse, yeah, somebody going to prison. Okay. Or they did it to get out of prison. Or they trying to replace you to get out of prison. The Hangman in reverse. Look, all these fucking attempts at fucking sacrificing motherfuckers. You still ain't scared? Still ain't scared? Five of Wands in reverse, all for envy. Blank, oh, you thought it wasn't going to come out, okay? That's a blank card. Someone doesn't want to be seen, okay? So you can have an ancestor who doesn't want to be seen, a Queen of Cups, a water sign woman, or just any water sign, Chariot, heavy Cancer, okay? Scorpio, King of Cups, yeah. So a man, Scorpio, heavy, and then a woman, Cancer, possibly. Significant. But we got the King of Cups in reverse. Somebody's dry grass out here, okay? Somebody dry your ass, okay? Drive your ass, all right? Page of Wands in reverse. So, yeah, somebody about to get bad news. Someone also could be showing up to someone's door. Someone was in service or something like that. The flag, I'm seeing the flag folded up, or somebody very important is about to go, okay? Five of Cups upright. Dang, I was hoping it was in reverse, okay? So, you know, like, or this woman is acting like a grieving, you know, spouse, but she's not, all right? The Star, this Aquarius, just said that. Or she always kill her fucking mates, okay? And wonder why she can never fucking get nobody. Oh, close your fucking mouth, bitch, okay? And now this blank card is upright, okay? Oh, now you want to be big and too late now. Too late. Too late for all of that shit. Seven of Wands. Oh, now you want to protect yourself. Now you want to protect yourself. Or somebody feeling like they got to go grab their gun, grab their weapon. Like I said, I ain't going to touch you. All right? Don't be scared of what we or me or what I may do to you. All right? Don't be scared of me. Be scared of God or my highest power. All right? You want to give me some credit? Give it to my highest power. All right? He handles my height, weight, my light weight, all that shit, okay? Six of Swords in reverse, okay? Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. Or you're gonna be stuck or confined, or somebody was confined, or they were trying to confine you, make you stuck. The Fool, someone was full or Aries energy, okay? Or they started some shit, or they didn't want to start it, or they were trying to act like I'm not a part of it. And I was talking about this earlier, okay? And it says Four of Coins in reverse, okay? Yeah, I just wanted my stability back, okay? So someone could have been like really good at, you know, whatever they were good at, and then it was taken from them, you know? I'm getting like heavy, like musical industry and stuff like that, but it don't have to be that. It's something else too, like that has a great impact on the world, but something like music does, okay? Yeah,
something very important though, and they got it taken from them. It's almost like they turned into a villain as well. Page of coins, okay, or they're starting something new, or somebody's starting something new. And I was just talking about how I try not to get attached to certain things as well, because people will see that and then they'll attack that just because I'm attached to it. Like, I wouldn't even care if it left or something like that, but because I'm attached to it, because I love it, or I appear to love it so much, they'll take it from me. There was a time where I was living with the sibling I was talking about earlier, with the cruise and stuff like that. And my car got towed, and I just moved into with the sibling. I just moved in, and I just changed the address on my ID. So I know it probably was connected to this, but who knows? People change shit at the DMV all the time, and people still have a hard time finding out where this person is, even if the shit is fucking true. Anyway, I get my car towed, and I didn't have, like, I was waiting on, I was waiting to start a job, and so I was sitting there when the sibling walks in, and I tell them, or I don't know if they brought it up that my car wasn't there, or is that the reason why I didn't see the car anymore, or I knew the car was gone? Yeah, they came in and told me too. They came in and told me that my car was gone, and I didn't even know it was gone, and I was there all day. Um, but again, like, I wasn't attached, and this was actually my second. Like, during that time, I had 3 cars at once, and this was my second car that I had gotten, and I was waiting on my job to start, and I was gonna catch up on my car note, and it got towed soon as I moved into a new place and changed my ID, update my ID. So I'm doing all the necessary things to show I'm not running, but I'm not running. Like, I am kind of running, but I'm not, and then who are these people to say, like, I don't deserve to, have some mercy until that can happen, until I can pay these people for their car? Who are they to say that I need to stop having that car? And if you're wondering why I had 3 cars, or you think I was trying to flash or whatever like that, and I'm going to tell you why I was telling this story. I'm getting there. I didn't lose my space. But I had 1 car already that I was very close to paying off. And then, well, actually, yeah, so the car that I was just saying got towed. It wasn't my second car I got. It was actually my third car that fell in my lap because of my second car. Second car I got is because I was tired of paying rental fees. So I was like, okay, all the money I fucking put into a rental, I might as well put on a down payment to a car. And then I was allowing people to rent it out, as long as they paid for it. And this sibling was able to rent this car out at one point in time before I moved into her house. So they act like they forgive you and shit like that, but they don't. Yeah, and so I was doing that, and I wanted to be able to, like, and during that time I was working on being bi-coastal, like being in one place versus the other, and I had my original car parked in where I thought I was gonna live permanently, but it didn't happen like that, because people thought I just couldn't handle it. I had too many blessings that I didn't deserve at once. So they did anything they can to contribute to those blessings being taken away from me. But I started to tell this story because 2 things. Before this car got towed away, the reason why I didn't know it got towed away or wasn't checking on it or anything, because before that, I was actually sleeping in my car in a McDonald's parking lot, and a car while I was asleep in the
like in the car came and hit me and damaged my car. And this was a 2017 car. And around the time when it came out, hit me. And before that, on that same night, someone else was driving my car and bust my tire out. And so I was in a car on a spare. So they hit me and hit me on the same side. That, if I'm not mistaken, they hit me on the same side the tire went out on too. All this was happening. And all this happened while I was asleep. I didn't feel not one thing. I didn't know this happened until I got up and, someone saw me get out the car. Because I don't know what made me get out the car. Oh, because the wheel, and I was just looking at it again. I was hoping it was a dream or something like that. So I was trying to see if it was really real. And I was like, where did this come from? Because that wasn't there. And I was like, where did this come from? And a employee was outside and he was sweeping. And he said, I had no idea no one was in there. Because how hard they hit that car, I didn't think no one was in there. Somebody came to my car and hit it deliberately. And I was only sleeping in my car because of what just happened to my spare tire. I was trying to get away from people and stuff like that. It wasn't because I had no place to stay. I was staying with the sibling. So when I finally got home, I kind of just left it all there. I didn't look at it the whole day. And then the next, when she comes home, she says my car is towed. So do what y'all want to do with that information, whether you're guilty of it or you were part of it or not. So his name could be Kiana. Look at them Annas, Aras keep coming out. Aria. So his name could be Aria as well. But also, I was telling that story because when she told me my car was being towed and stuff like that, she was like, I guess you're gonna have to be like Samson or something like that. But I didn't know who Samson and Delilah was. Okay, I don't even think I've heard Delilah name in passing. Like, how you hear Jezebel. I heard Jezebel more than Delilah. Like, so I didn't know that story. So I didn't know what the fucking slight was. So at the time I was just like, oh, I need to go read that story. I read that story. I was like, she always saying shit like this to me. I brought my bed in there that I had to sit against the wall because there was already a bed occupying it. Like, I could delay pleasure for a bit, but it just be so imperative that I must have nothing. I must want the bare minimum that they want. But yeah, so I'm moving in my fucking headboard, and she said, I should have known you was gonna have that bougie headboard. I knew you had a bougie bed. Like, just thinking I attach my wealth and my value to what I had. You're looking at my stuff more than me. I'm just figuring out how to hold this shit, store this shit. But yeah, so again, I am just waiting. Time is of the essence, or, time is a factor in a situation. We have an issue of time right now. Okay. Was that enough? Was that enough? Whoever that's for. I don't give a fuck if it's y'all or who the fuck was involved. You better learn. You better learn how they fucking did those family and slavery days on the plantation. Make an example out from the man. Emasculate that fucking man so these fucking families could fall in line. Emasculate this motherfucking leader, whether it's a man or fucking woman, because they think they a man. They acting like one at least. Show their ass. You want to be the example so badly? Show them. Have at it. So take what you will for that. Think it's spells that would never work. Think it. I don't care. I got it off my chest. That makes hell of a difference, okay? I'm satisfied enough. If God don't do anything else for me right now, for this, I'm satisfied. God has done enough. God has reduced that pebble in my heart. And then we got justice. Justice is upright. I'm going to end it there. So sorry, y'all. I project, but I also believe in God using me as a testimony. I don't like to talk about myself too much, and I don't like to put this stuff about me in there, but I am a part of the collective as well. And like I said, I do believe in God using me as a testimony or being the example of God's glory, whether God is, wanting me to do it or not actively, or that I'm aware of. But I'm down to be a part of God's glory. All I care about is God's glory. I'm excited. Like Marvin Sapp says, when trouble comes, I get excited. It don't always feel good, but I get excited. Because I know you're doing this to frustrate me. But I know who protects me. But I know my heart, and I know who knows my heart. Or will know my heart. So I hope this message blessed y'all and y'all enjoyed it. Anything y'all want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. You can be seeing the number 225 a lot as well. I feel like God is telling you that. God is trying to tell you something. And God at the beginning, of my journey on this side, was telling me Oprah's name means Op of Ra, okay? So someone's pronouncing or announcing you are an enemy. You are indeed an enemy now. If you didn't know, now you know, okay? Especially this Taurus. Now you know. Someone thought, because you didn't say nothing, they thought they got away with it. They thought, yes. Remember I was saying that earlier? Yep. There you go. I'm gone. I'm gone. If you're new here, welcome though. I hope that you enjoyed this message, and thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader. If I did please you enough and you like what you see, you want more of me, I hope you considered or decided to subscribe. Join this tribe, this kingdom of God we are building here through tarot. Yes, through tarot. And if you're OG, God and Goddess still, what up, what up? Thank you so much for trusting me again, tuning back in to be a reader and stuff like that. Hope we continue to connect. Thank you, God and Goddesses in the heavenly realm, God and God's team. I hope I did y'all justice. Kiss your kiss from me, you guys. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I love you all. Any readings I mentioned here, especially multiple times, you should go check them out if you felt compelled to. Listen to your intuition before you know it. All right, before you know what it's saying, just listen to it. All right, please. All right. Rewatch the video if you have to as well. Doing a little housekeeping, it seems like. But I love you guys, and you know who I'm talking to. Have a great day or night whenever you are watching this. Bye. Yes,